Chuck Young's cover story on the Sex Pistols, I think, was an experiment that Jan sort of allowed to go forward. I don't think he saw much future in this.
A little before midnight, my taxi arrives at a club called the Vortex. The dense crowd inside consists of cadaverous teenagers dressed in black or gray. Johnny Rotten, blessed with a demented anger unseen outside a war zone, declared himself an antichrist who wanted to destroy everything. The BBC was not amused and gave the Sex Pistols no airplay.
I don't create chaos, I merely deal with it.
So you have ultimate control?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Can you, what?
Live to about 185, possibly longer. I'd love to be a vampire, because I'd live forever, that'd be great.
When you stood up and started singing the first time, what happened? I mean...
Oh, John, go on.
It was wonderful.
No, come on.
People loved me. They threw flowers.
What do you think about bands like the Stones?
I don't. I don't even consider them a band. They're more like a business.
Do you think they're relevant to the kids 16, 17?
Of course they're not. Relevant to their mums and dads, but that's about all.
What about bands like Rod Stewart?
What about him?
Mums and dads, yeah. He's all round, isn't he? All round entertainment.
He's an old
The Sex Pistols shows not the politics of boredom, but the politics of division. Amputate the wanking 60s liberals from their working class support. The kids needed a sense of adventure, and rock and roll needs to find a way to give it to them, says Malcolm McLaren, the manager of the Sex Pistols.
It didn't take much to set something up opposite everything the industry had recognized as good, which meant all this incredible corporate thinking, all this legacy of pop music was suddenly having a huge stake driven through its heart by the Sex Pistols, and they had legions of followers wanting more. See, this group was put together not because they were friends. They didn't really genuinely have anything in common other than the fact that they hated everything else.
We aren't nice boys. We were fucking nasty little bastards. And we still are.
Sid Vicious is about as close as rock and roll is going to come to Huckleberry Finn in this decade. His voice has a tone of goofy absurdity.
Hey, want one of these?
Something like Ringo Starr's, though he'd hate that analogy.
Who else wants something? Come on if you want something, you cunts.
His teeth appear not to have been brushed in several years. His hair is about 2 inches long and sticks straight out at odd angles. Several bright red scars highlight his solar plexus.
What I did was cash in on the fact that I'm good looking and I have a good figure and girls like me. Well, they want a fucking angel in flares and an anorak. Because if they want that, that ain't me, baby.
This summer, the Pistols have been careening in overexposure in their homeland. The 4 major music weeklies have mentioned them on the cover of almost every issue for months. Taking punk lyrics at their literal word, the dailies regularly proclaim the movement as the end of Western civilization.
You know, okay, you want to get your music across, but do you feel maybe the fact that you can't do that commercially is because of the way you behave?
Since they are banned everywhere, they will be playing under assumed names. Tonight, they're going to be The Spots, an acronym for the Sex Pistols on tour secretly. The club is in the middle of a tough working-class neighborhood. Inside, it is already packed with people in their late teens and early 20s. rush around the foot-high stage is literally unbelievable, and skirmishes with the security men immediately erupt. Some kid has put his fist through one of the speakers, and a few more stomp on wires and knock over electronic equipment. The 10-foot stacks of PA speakers are rocking back and forth and are dangerously close to toppling over.